Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Yeah, listen to this noise. Hey, you still here, right?
Hello.
Hello. You still hear
that?
You
know what? It's I still hear it, but
no, it's not. I'm not. It's not acceptable. There's a reason for it. I don't know what it is, but there's some reason for it. I mean,
I'm trying to think. Like, the only reason, like, okay, do you have like an interface or anything like that you have your mic plugged up into, or is it going directly into the system?
Well, first of all, does this sound better?
Yes, it does sound
okay.
a lot better.
I mean, it should have completely gone away now.
You do see?
I mean, I can
hear
it just a little bit, like, but it's not as bad as it was before.
Well, so what would you say it sounds like?
It's still a little humming there, but it's doable. It's okay.
No, if it's
oh shit, no. Okay, now it sounds better. I don't know what you just did.
It sounds better
for a second. Now it sounds great.
Weird.
Yeah, you sound perfect now. No humming, no nothing.
Well, take off your hands now. Okay, so now I'm talking. Did it come back?
No.
Okay, I don't know. It was. I had the only thing. Okay, I'm just frustrated because now we've wasted 20 minutes. But, I was playing with like you said, some interfaces, and I had downloaded a Elgato sound capture software, and so both the sound capture software and this were running at the same time. So, but you don't hear that anymore, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah.
No.
Don't hear it. Yep, we're all good.
All right, let's do it. All right, Pat, start it up.
All right.
Val, I'm sorry. Val, you are still driving. I do hear just road sound, Val, on your end.
Yeah. I hear the wind blowing through your hair.
Yeah, I mean, I just got on the Edens, so probably another 20 minutes. So basically, I'm going to mute myself when I'm not talking, so that's just not in the background the entire time.
Okay.
And then when you need me to chime in, of course, I'll unmute it. No big deal.
Okay, we will address you specifically.
Yeah, like we should be back from Japan by the time I get somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, did you see that shit about I can do Raw and SmackDown as per usual because I hate you dicks, but I didn't see the very, very first part of Raw because I got home late.
I mean, I watched Raw.
Okay, so maybe you.
Raw, so...
Yeah, and I pretty much watched the first hour of SmackDown and then I Hulu'd the rest of it. So I don't know if I missed anything, but yeah. So the only thing I didn't see was Ronda Rousey's tribute to Neidhart, which people were real up in arms about.
Fuck them. But okay, yeah. All right, we can start it.
Fuck 'em.
All right. Yes, fuck them. Okay, episode 26. I think it's 26. I am Patrick alongside La Fama Blanca. La Flama, not La Fama. What the fuck is wrong with me? La Flama Blanca, Val Capone, and Black Market Ivan. We are from all parts of Illinois, Chicago, whatever. How are you guys doing this week?
Man, I'm drinking some vodka again. I'm drinking some Ruby Red grapefruit Sprite. I'm drinking ice cubes. It's amazing. I think La Fama Blanca is drinking a similar concoction.
Yes, I have the whitest beverage on earth, LaCroix, with double shots of Stoli. Because why not just keep it clear, right? Going clear, Scientology, anybody?
No, fuck that. Fuck that so hard.
And then our resident Scientologist who's currently driving right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I got lost down a John Travolta wormhole the other day, and shit got weird, man. Anyway, so I feel like, Danielle, I might rival you for drinking the whitest of white beverages, I'm currently chugging some Essentia, which according to the bottle is overachieving H2O.
Oh my, is that actually printed on the label?
Oh yeah, dude, I wish I was joking.
Oh,
like
I need to purchase this.
It's fucking, I hate white people, man. You know? Like,
the only thing that can make it whiter is if on the back there's a little tag that says free download code for new Black Eyed Peas album.
Oh God, that's just, no. I'm gonna throw up.
But Ivan, are you drinking Ruby Red vodka or the Sprite?
No, the Sprite. So Stoli, what did we do? A shot of Stoli, a shot of that
St.
George's vodka, and then Ruby Red Sprite, which is a nice little mix.
Well, because lately when I'm at Yield Nice Lounge, I've been doing the Deep Eddy Ruby Red vodka with water and limes, and that's like perfect. But then the other thing that's absolute perfection, and you can deny it if you want, but once you try it, you will not deny it. Garlic infused Malort. Oh, it's so
garlic.
Good. Oh yeah, dude.
That just actually sounds pretty amazing.
Like if you really want to make people hate you, buy them a shot of garlic Malort. Or conversely, they may fall in love with you as I would if you were to buy me a shot of garlic Malort.
Wait, so does it have like a bread like taste? Does it taste like garlic bread?
It's just so good. I can't describe it. I drank it and everybody else that was doing it was like, oh. And I was like, can I have another one? Like immediately, which is dangerous. So, yeah. But at Nice, which is my home away from home, it's my favorite watering hole in the Wrigleyville neighborhood because it's not at all a Wrigleyville bar. They infuse Malort. Like they make it specific to the month or the theme or whatever. They do like a candy cane Malort around the holidays. It's fucking righteous. They do a cranberry Malort, which is tartar than tart. It's really good though. We were joking about doing a pumpkin spice Malort, but
oh, that's definitely white.
Yeah, super white. Yeah,
Malort. Yeah, of pumpkin spice Malort-a-chino.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Oh. So Pat, I'm looking on online now because I have never tried Malort and I did not realize it was a Chicago drink.
Absolutely.
Didn't know it either, but fuck it. Well, I gotta have it now.
Okay, so when you look at the label, it's Jepson's Malort is the OG Malort. There's other Malorts out there, and they're fine, whatever. But it's the back of the label, it describes it as an unusual botanical. And the very next line says, its bitter flavor is savored by two-fisted drinkers. And I am reciting this from memory. I'm driving, so I'm not reading the back of a Malort bottle right now. I'm passing by Old Orchard. My dead Jewish grandma would be very upset that I didn't stop there for a bargain at Macy's. But, yeah. But yeah, it's really good. It is a Swedish liqueur, basically. If you like grapefruit, you'll enjoy it because it's very bitter. But if you don't like grapefruit, you might want to stab me in the throat for suggesting you drink it.
No, I enjoy it. I yes.
So anyway, I'm driving, so you're gonna hear a lot of ambient noise. So I'm gonna put myself on mute until you need me to chime in. But that is what I'm drinking. The whitest of white water, overachieving H2O Essentia.
Love it.
That's cool. Okie dokie. I'm drinking Squirt La Flama Blanca. What are your facts for this week?
Oh, okay. So this one actually applies to a conversation Val and I had prior to our mic catastrophe we were having. Muscles absorb alcohol faster than fat. As a result, people who have more muscles and less body fat have higher alcohol tolerance. So this kind of ties into what Val just said about the Malort packaging and why she loves it. She could double fist it. But she is built. She is awesome. Like such a strong woman. Oh. And that's why she can handle that. And why after one shot, I would be on my ass because I have zero muscle and all fat. So...
Well, and honestly, men have a higher alcohol tolerance than women do. It's not sexist; it's science. But yeah, if you're a bit of a chubby chaser, you might be able to you might be a little sauced.
Okay,
sooner.
Val Meltzer.
If you're Peyton Royce on the main roster,
Oh no.
Oh,
that's
you might have a boob job and some Invisaligns.
Yeah,
Oh
fuck
God,
that guy.
yes. I can't.
Yeah, fuck
No,
Well-
legit. She had Invisaligns, and people were like giving her shit for it. And I was like, if girl wants to have straight teeth, props. I wish I could. My shit's all
That's what I'm
jank.
saying. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Like I went through Smile Direct Club, right? Because I don't want to pay all that kind of money for Invisalign, and that shit didn't even fit me right then. And I was like, fuck it.
You know what, man? Fuck all that. Like I said, I'm hoping that I get rich very soon. I'm just gonna get teeth implants. Fuck it. If chicks can get ass implants and boob jobs, I can get teeth implant.
I mean,
You know,
that is a
implant
real
teeth.
thing.
It is a real
that's
thing, and
It's
I
called
think
veneers.
if I could afford, I would pull all my fucking jacked up teeth right now and have all implants.
But they've
could.
got
Yeah,
they've
I
got
looked it up.
veneers,
It's
which
60
I have.
grand.
My whole upper front mouth is all veneers, but then they've got the implants too, where they remove the entire tooth and root, and then they have a screw, like a metal screw that goes in your gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then
I don't
glue the
know.
tooth on. That I've been told, like, because there are people with very good insurance that remove, like Danielle said, all their freaking teeth, which must. I mean, you better be unconscious for that. And then they,
I don't care. I'll be conscious for that. Fuck it.
Fuck that.
dude. So do you have all new? And I thought, and I was thinking, like, I asked the dentist once. I said, okay, what I visualize, right, is they are drilling or putting these screws all in my jaw, which yes would make a very strong tooth, right? But then I said, what if, God forbid, some trauma happens to my face, an accident or something? Wouldn't my jaw be like? Wouldn't I have
Fragile?
yeah, exactly, so fragile from that? And he goes, actually, after like a year or two, those screws bond with your bone, so you actually will have like a jaw that's like mostly steel.
Like trap jaw?
Yeah,
You'll be a wizard of weaponry?
I was thinking Jaws from James Bond. That reference is lost on me. What's Trapjaw from?
He-Man.
You know what? That was the first cartoon I ever loved, and I somehow don't remember that character.
Trapjaw, yeah. Yo, Nip, come hope. Like, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Trapjaw. What's up to the mysterious participant known only as M in the chat room?
Oh, hey, Em.
Hello, M.
M is the one who always gives us the greatest random 90s wrestling facts, so I hope to get some more today.
Oh, Em, when do I get to buy you some Malort, since that's your name, M. Malort.
M from Malort.
Just say
Lord. That's
I'm
gonna
not-
be this person's new name.
I'm not
Malort
trying
is
to,
in the chat.
I'm not trying to unfriend you in person. I'm just trying to buy you alcohol. Is that acceptable? I hope that's acceptable.
As long
Yep,
as
it's
you
gonna be a
have
neckbeard.
Rohypnol, it's all good.
Yeah, it's gonna be yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be a neckbeard for sure. Well, so thank you for the wine. Thank you for the wine fact, Pat. You're not drinking anything, huh?
No, just squirt.
Yeah,
Just squirt. I had a crazy, like I said yesterday, on the moon rock. Thought that I could hang. The weed kicked my ass, and I woke up today. I didn't even know today was Thursday. I didn't even know we were recording tonight. I just thought, like, holy shit, I'm just gonna sit here, scratch my stomach, scratch my belly button, play some
Patrick.
Xbox for a little bit.
Oh my.
Patrick, I
And,
saw on your
yeah.
on your Instagram at least twice you had different like SpongeBob SquarePants cartoons. That was like SpongeBob
Yes.
and then some like creepy leering dude monster over him, and it was like you are SpongeBob and the monster is the weed.
Yes. I have my weed memes that I put in my IG stories.
Oh
from
my
time to time.
God, they were
That's normally
amazing.
how I feel. Yeah, that's normally how I feel. But yeah, no alcohol this week. No drugs until after the show, because there's so much stuff that we need to cover, and we have so little time. So I don't want to be too high and just forget what the fuck to talk about, because there's some, I know we were talking about the Peyton Royce thing and Dave Meltzer, but there's some things connected to that I did want to discuss because I called the WWE out on some of their bullshit. But well, just a week of arguing with neckbeards on Facebook. Nothing new.
How about this? We'll get the New Japan out of the way, and then we'll go all into WWE. And guys, like you said, Pat, we do have a lot to talk about. We've got SummerSlam preview, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 preview. We got a Chicago update from Val, and then the absolute the absolute pit of pig feces known as Raw and SmackDown to wade through barefoot.
Ew.
So, guys,
ick.
So, Pat, welcome back to Earth, and I'm gonna have you not even be able
flat Earth.
Welcome back to flat Earth, and I'm gonna have you just change your shoes real quick and get back on a plane. I'm gonna take your ass to Japan, baby.
I'm with it.
So New Japan Pro Wrestling, after over a month of killing each other, the participants of the G1 Climax are now hopefully getting a day or two off because there's a winner. There is someone who has earned their title shot at Wrestle Kingdom 2019 against the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, which at the moment is Kenny Omega. Let's run over the final night of the G1 Climax. We had a few big tag team matches. We had Togi Makabe, Tomoka Hanma, and Michael Elgin. Pat, I'm waiting for your thing you say every week.
He's on mute.
Pat's on mute for some reason.
Well, yeah, my bad. Yeah. No, okay, yeah, fuck that guy. I didn't want to even give him the time of day. I don't even know how he still got a fucking job, but whatever. Fuck Mike Elgin.
Well, they defeated Yuji Nagata, Shota
Umino,
and Ayano Yoshida.
What? He won the match. Someone needs to holler at who's the head booker over there? Gato,
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm about to DM him. I think he has a Twitter. If not that, maybe he got a Black Planet or Facebook. Can't believe it.
Black Planet, we should make a schedule for one fall Black Planet account. But anyways, then
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's like the MySpace for black folks.
Which was crazy because it was more white chicks on there, and not saying that I know, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had like, but you know what though? It became just a place for people of color, and I had one. I had a freaking Black Planet account. Maybe what 1990? Like 2001.
You are a person of color though. It was, 2000.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I didn't think that anyone that isn't white,
how do you like? What's the elevator pitch for this?
For
not
POCs?
in use
for POCs
sites,
or for Black Planet.
For Black Planet. Black Planet.
The elevator pitch for Black Planet. I'd be like, hey, Mark Zuckerberg. So you know how Facebook is like great? It's like for everybody. Well, Black Planet is like just for us black people.
Yeah, just for us black people.
And he'd be like,
that doesn't work for you though, Ivan. Like that's why I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Oh, my name is Black Market Ivan.
Okay, all right. See, that's where I fucked up because I should have been Black Capone or no, not even. No, that's fucked. I feel weird even saying that. Like
Val Black Capone. Okay.
Oh wow, Pat.
No,
when all of those little sound bites come into play.
Right there. Yep.
No, that's so fucked. Like I wouldn't even. No, I'm not like trying to glom on some other people's shit when it like have your thing and do your thing.
Nope. They're a white planet.
Oh God, really?
They should have white power book instead of.
They already got.
I was like, they kind of do actually. It's called the KKK.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim, Chloe, and
Courtney.
And Chloe and Courtney.
Oh, Courtney.
I mean, Kanye. Yeah,
Kanye is, just the 3 Ks are the sign of the Satanism. They lead up to number 11, which equals like 33. And
what are you on?
Alcohol.
Oh my stars!
It's the Stoli. Okay, can you continue telling me about Japan?
But yeah, blackplanet.com/black market Ivan. So we had Black Luck Fale.
Wow.
Everyone's gonna have their names changed to something with black in it. Black Luck Fale defeated Toa Henare in a very quick match. He was pissed off.
Is it Black Baber Jr.?
Well, I don't know. His match hasn't come up yet. Maybe.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm way too in the future for in the future. I'm sorry about that.
Taichi and Takashi Iizuka defeated Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. Cody and Hangman Cage.
Oh God.
Hangman Page, representing Bullet Club, defeated Juice Robinson and David Finlay. Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Taiji Ishimori. Get this. The Tongans, Danielle, and Taiji Ishimori, the freaking buffest dude in Japan, defeated the Young Bucks and Marty Scurll to become the new never open weight 6-man tag team champions.
I am excited and upset at the same time.
The Young Bucks don't need any more belts, you know?
I know, and you know what? We have All In, so give the Tongans a chance, right?
Yeah, no. No, exactly. And speaking of 90s social networks, this segment has been brought to, speaking of All In and speaking of social networks, this segment of the show has been brought to you by onionbooty.com. Next, we have Tetsuya Naito, Evil, Sonata, and Bushi defeating Minoru Suzuki Capone, Black Baber Jr., and El Dorado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Nice,
that's fucking horseshit.
Crazy match. Why? Jack Baber Jr. won.
No.
Oh no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Never mind.
What are you drunk on Sprite?
Talking
Pat's
about LIJ.
You know, Pat's still on mute. I don't know what slapping.
No, I'm here.
Happening on his end of the microphone.
No, I'm on mute. I'm just letting you go. I don't want to chime in. I didn't. Yeah, like. I'm on. Yeah,
all right.
like,
I thought maybe there was some sounds going on.
I think it's because I was parking.
No, I'm good.
I mean, I'm saying we. No, I'm just saying, because when I mute it, that's what I'm doing. So
hey,
Tomohiro Ishii, Jay White, and Toru Yano defeated Kenny Omega, Chase Owens, Yujiro Takahashi. Another loss for the Bullet Club. Then Rey Mysterio Jr., Kushida. I know, Pat, you could have edited that sound effect in, but I'm going to make it a sound effect. Rey Mysterio Jr., Kushida, and a mystery secret new person called Sengu Kwenbu, which was actually just Taguchi masked, defeated Kazuchika Okada and Roppongi 3K. Shout out to Sho and Yo for having Instagrams where they show, like, I think it's Sho whose Instagram page.
Who shows?
Shower, not a grower. He's got on his Instagram. That dude is just like is the buffest. I don't know, man. Japan, these guys are getting freaking. I'm not saying they're on steroids, but these guys are some roided up guys.
He's jacked. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Japanese Brock Lesnar guy, he set the tone. He set the tone.
It's the Gaijin influence. That's all.
No, it's amazing. Yeah, the Gaijin. Yeah. Then in the finale, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated one half of the Golden Lovers, Kota Ibushi, to win and earn a title shot at the main event. We're assuming against the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, which at the moment is Kenny Omega, but that may change. But Hiroshi Tanahashi is. Well, he's the in second place now. He's
well, they can't waste that fabulous hair of his. So
yeah,
might as well give him another platform to shine on.
And he's a company guy, you can tell he's like kind of like a John Cena. Like he's like and like Okada too. Like he's a company guy. He's not trying to go elsewhere in the world. He's all New Japan. So with that said, we've only got a few more weeks until All In. A few more matches. Just speaking of New Japan and Bullet Club and whatnot, a few more matches. I think all the matches were All In announced.
They didn't say that's everything. They just keep releasing new. They keep announcing new
matches,
add-ons.
Well, on this episode of Being the Elite that aired this week, they announced Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Cero Miedo, which should be freaking amazing. And the funniest thing, when they announced that, when they told Kenny, "Hey, you're going to be facing him," he's like, "What? Is that hardcore guy from TNA?" So just how funny that, what an outdated reference that was. But yeah, so that was New Japan. Shout out to everyone who participated in this freaking, the trials and tribulations of the G1 Climax. And
yeah, what a grueling tournament.
Yeah. No, it is, and shout out to anyone that will that's climaxing while listening to the show. So, Raw, Pat, how was Raw?
I just had a spider fall on me from my sunroof. That was fucked. I just wanted to share with you guys.
Oh my god!
Oh no, that's okay. I'm sure you kicked the spider's ass. And
Simon would crash a parked car. he would crash a car that was parked.
I try to save it. I try to put it on my bottle opener. I have like a freelance wrestling bottle opener that one of my besties, Kelly, gave me. I try to like give it safety, but no, the vegan in me couldn't save the shitty spider. Now it's lost in my car.
It could be like a brown recluse spider, which would poison you and you die in a few hours. So you did well.
Please don't kill me wherever you are.
You destroyed the enemy.
Wait, so you did or did not kill it?
No, I didn't kill it. There's no reason to.
So it's still there somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere in my car.
So Val, you might have death upon you, right?
It might
Don't worry.
While you're driving.
You think I'm wearing pants right now?
Oh, wow.
Neck beard alert. Neck beard alert. Neck beard alert.
I love it.
Whatever you do when you drive, Val, is your business.
Hey, man,
I drive, it's
you know what? I bet Val's gonna agree with me. If we could drive almost nude, if not nude, we would as
neck
women.
Beard
okay?
alert.
I mean, I do all the way to practice. I got to tape my ankles while I drive, so I don't have pants on the whole time I'm driving.
You're gonna have to edit this whole segment out because the neck beards are gonna go crazy. They're sweating. There's so much sweat right now.
As long as they sweat over a iTunes review, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
guys.
iTunes.
Let me kill their boner right quick and talk about WWE Raw.
Babe, Raw.
Yeah. So Raw started out in a very on a very sad note. As we all know, Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away at the age of 63. It seems like it was caused by a seizure, and he fell over and bumped his head, and and we get the first segment with Ronda Rousey coming out and actually saying some very sincere words about Natty and her father and stuff like that. I didn't think that it was tasteless. A lot of people, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this and that. But it's normally the fat neckbeards that are complaining. I didn't see anything wrong with this segment. And we've been watching wrestling long enough, and I've been listening to like a lot of podcasts this week. A lot of wrestlers was like, hey, we know Jim, and he probably would have been okay with that. It goes back to the same thing as when Paul Bearer passed away, and they did that whole thing with CM Punk and Undertaker when Paul Heyman dressed up as Paul Bearer, and they sprayed his CM Punk poured all his ashes all over him and stuff like that. They said, Paul Bearer would have been cool with that. Fuck it, exploit my death. I'm still part of the show. But what Ronda Rousey did, I didn't think it was bad. But anywho, she came out, said some nice words, and then said that, look, SummerSlam, I'm bringing the title home. And Alexa Bliss comes out with what's her name? Alicia Fox, I think. And brings out security.
Ivy. Why did Alicia Fox have like weird poison ivy headdress thing on? Like I tuned in right when that match was going between her and Alexa, so I don't know why Alicia Fox was like playing the part of poison ivy. It was a little weird.
I don't know, but hey, she's the longest. I guess out of all the chicks, like out of all the African Americans, she's been there the longest. So hey, she still got a job. Hey, I'm happy for her.
For sure.
Yeah, when Alexa came out, it was a whole bunch of bullshit. Really didn't care. Plus, Amber Moon was out there too as well. Don't get me wrong, love Amber Moon. I just hate her pants. That's all. So Amber Moon, she defeated Alexa Bliss via disqualification. I forgot what happened. I'm pretty sure Ronda Rousey probably got involved or some shit. I can't remember.
Yeah, Ronda got it. That's when I started watching. Ronda got involved and then beat the shit out of Alexa Bliss's security. Like, just fucking arm dragging dudes.
Judo throw them. Yeah.
Judo toss, yeah.
So, and now that I know she's in the new WWE 2K19 game, I hope they give her more moves than just the judo throw or whatever.
Yes.
So, Constable Baron Corbin defeated Tyler Breeze. Look, I am a Tyler Breeze fan. I just feel bad for him because Fandango is injured and he's been getting buried to shit. I mean, like he's probably 7 feet under in the dirt right now. Then some shit happened. Don't matter. Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. That's what happened. Okay, Constable Baron Corbin, he was going to put Finn Balor in a handicap match with Kevin Owens and Jinder Mahal. Kurt Angle comes out, you suck, and he milks it for I don't know however long, so then he comes out, he says, look, I can't change the match, but I do make the matches, and I'm just going to add you into this match. So it became Kevin on no, he didn't add what's his name? He didn't add the Constable Baron Corbin. He just added Braun Strowman as a tag team partner for Finn Balor. And of course, they both beat Kevin Owens and Jinder Mahal, because you really think Jinder Mahal is going to go over in a match right before SummerSlam and don't really have anything to do? Of course not. Then we go to, and you know what? If I was Bobby Lashley, I would just start just clotheslining the writers backstage. This is the second week in a row, maybe third week in a row. He's been putting some stupid segment that means absolutely jack shit. Some fake guy comes out. He kind of looked like Brad Maddox a little bit with a ponytail, but he comes out there saying that he looks up to Elias, blah, blah, blah. Elias is on stage saying some shit, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Bobby Lashley comes out and gets in the ring. The guy hits Bobby Lashley with the guitar. Obviously, that makes him mad, and he just gives him a spine buster, and that's the end. That was it. There was no pinning. There was no payoff. It was just him, spine busting the guy, and then smiled and walked away.
It was funny though, because Lashley leaned into the ring, he leaned into the ropes, he was super waiting to get hit with that guitar.
Yes, he was. Yes. It was so bad, man. And so that would have been my piss break moment. See, happy wasn't a female match. Neckbeards and people, it wasn't a female match this time. It was Bobby Lashley, and he's black. So, anywho, the B team defeated the Leaders of Worlds and the Revival. I thought a cool spot in that match was the Revival hitting the Heart Attack, kind of a tribute to the Anvil. And it seems like that might have been Matt Hardy's last match from what he's been tweeting.
I think it's going to be a swerve, dude, because he's been doing it way blatantly, not subtly whatsoever, wishing people well and talking about his followers and how much they need. It's just really weird. I think that it's a fucking swerve is coming our way.
Yes. I don't know. We'll have to see. The Lesnar Reigns segment. Okay. I got to give it, man, this was a very good segment. I thought 2 weeks in a row, Paul Heyman, MVP of the Monday Night Raw show, came out, wanted to extend his hand and invite Roman Reigns to, let me be the advocate of Roman Reigns. He was talking about how he knew Roman Reigns' family and recited something in Samoan. And kind of you can tell Roman Reigns oh my God, he knows my heritage. Oh my God. And as soon as you thought that maybe Roman Reigns is going to shake Paul Heyman's hand, out comes the water bottle disguised as pepper spray. He sprays Roman Reigns' eyes for it looks like at least 2 minutes. And if it was real life, someone would have been completely blind.
His eyeballs would have disintegrated.
Yeah. That brings out Brock Lesnar, who definitely made his money that night. Well, he made $125K.
Don't make me nauseous.
So he got his money's worth by throwing a couple knees and suplexes and stuff. And
speaking of knees, can we talk about for a second? Because you haven't brought it up yet, but there was the guest commentator in the place of Coachman was Renee Young, right?
Oh yes. Yes, I was going to get to that. Yes,
like, and she said how she was devastated and shocked because she was sitting knee to knee with the man, and how could it be so deceitful? I was knee to knee with the man last week, and I was like, okay,
yeah. So, then we get, oh man, wow, was this a piss break match? Bobby Roode and Titus Worldwide, they actually defeated Mojo Rawley and Authors of Pain, which I still don't get. Like, Authors of Pain, what happened to him? You know, should have never got rid of Paul. Should never got rid of him, man. You needed him there, and yeah, it sucks. Good to see Titus win a match, but you know, I'm starting to think, you know, who win a match. He's been doing a lot of good for, you know, the WWE outside of the ring with the back to school stuff and all that shit. So good for Titus. Praying for Apollo Crews still. Ruby
hey, at
Riott,
least he got his last name back.
Oh yeah, true. I know. Yeah, Apollo. Yeah, he's just Apollo Crews now. You know, Ruby Riott looked amazing against Sasha Banks. I thought this was actually a good match. You know, nope, wasn't a piss break match. It was a women's match, and it was actually good. I actually liked it. I hate the boss hug connection thing, but you know,
the ampersand goes.
Yeah. So then this was around the time I was going to sleep. Like I was, you know, because they was having these segment backstage with Ziggler and McIntyre and Kurt Angle, which was completely boring. Then they brought it out to the ring and kind of dragged it for so long. You know, Seth Rollins ain't here, so he's gonna have to forfeit. Kurt Angle comes out, of course. You know, he's trying to introduce Seth Rollins. He doesn't come out. Dolph Ziggler, he signs the contract, closes it out of nowhere. Here comes Seth Rollins. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm late. Ha ha ha! I'm late. I'm sorry." And you know, and I wouldn't have, you know, I would have been here earlier, but I was taking care of someone else's travel schedules. And out comes Quadruple H, Dean Ambrose. And you know, the thing about this whole thing that kind of threw me off just a little bit is that Renee Young didn't say not one word during this whole like when Dean Ambrose came out. And I get it, they're married, you know, but you would still, you know, I don't know, it just felt weird, you know, just hearing what's his name, Michael Cole and Corey Graves just oh my god, Dean Ambrose, and then like we know Renee Young's sitting right there too, you asshole.
Here's the thing,
they came to
She was such a fangirl the entire episode. That was the only issue that I had with her commentary, because you could tell that she was nervous and it takes a little while to get in the rhythm and the mojo. I totally understand that. But she was so reactionary, and she was just like, ah, like often making like audible sounds of like, okay, dude, buy a ticket if you want to be a fan. And then her being like, I really have faith in the Boston Hug connection, and just selling me lines I wasn't buying. So I just really thought that, especially since she was on commentary and especially since her husband was returned and shaved his head because his hairline's gone too, I like that they're kind of making some dudes just fuck it, shave their heads. Yeah, it's like quintuple H right there, man. But it was just kind of surprising to me because she was super cheerleading biased the entire night. And maybe that's the role that they wanted her to be, like kind of the face commentator, because Corey Graves is such a heel guy. But it was just, it was glaringly obvious that she wasn't there. And I think it was kind of a bummer. And it kind of discredited her in a way to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she should be.
I just felt like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I mean, especially with her husband, she could still call it down the middle and be like, this is what he's worked so hard for all these months, all 9 months that he's been gone, with his bicep or tricep or quicep, zicep tendon, whatever it was.
Which is crazy because they did interview her.
I said Dixep in case you guys didn't hear me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that too for 9 months. Yeah. Giving her the dirty deeds.
Yes.
So yeah, they did interview her afterwards, and I saw it on Instagram, and she's like, oh my god, it was so amazing seeing him come out, you know, come back, and he's worked so hard, kind of what Val just said. And it's like, well, damn, why didn't you just say that on air? You know, I get it, but that was the end of Raw. Really nothing crazy. Dean Ambrose is back. a lot of people, aka neckbeards, think that Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel because he has a beard and he's jacked and he has no hair now. Like all bald beard guys are just heels automatically, I guess, you know. But yeah, that was the end of Monday Night Raw. Pretty much, I give it a 2 out of 5.
So 2 things is that 2 points is for the dramatic hairstylings of a 1 Renee Young, wicked extensions, and 2 Dolph. I'm gonna get my blowout on.
Yes, I did see that, and I was like, okay, his hair is so curly that he's gonna sweat, and the roots are gonna get all curly immediately.
Yeah.
That was the best part, because after he did his signing of his contract, like before he signed his contract, when they did that shit backstage, his hair was like super voluminous and like straight and shiny, and girl got a
he had like a
right?
Tanahashi hairstyle going, definitely.
Absolutely. And I was like, okay, you look like a majestic unicorn. I'm into it. You know, you got to compete with Drew McIntyre, which good luck on that one.
There's no competition. My God.
Okay, ladies. Okay, we get it. We get it. Yeah.
Oh, pants.
Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
But then like, so he signed the contract. He signed the contract, and then like, as he started getting upset, little bits of his hair started curling. I don't know.
Yes, it did. I noticed it right away. It's amazing.
I mean, just for that alone, for the extensions de Renee and the mini curls of Zig, I would give it like an extra half a star, Patrick. That's just me personally, but yeah.
Okay, 2.5.
Yeah. So all right. So Monday night was kind of, you know, it was hard to watch, but not as brutal, I would think. I wasn't as angry that I was watching it. I'll put it that way. I feel like the matches were better and the backstage skits were better and all that. But SmackDown started out with a little preview of what we're gonna see on Sunday for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Basically just reminding you that it's going to be Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Carmella in a 3-way for the title. And there's no DQs. They've mentioned that multiple times. So I'm sure it's going to be a 4-way, and Ellsworth will somehow. Overall, I thought this segment was like pretty strong. Carmella just shit talking, doing what she does best, because like Pat always says, she's like one of the best heels on SmackDown.
Yep, money.
Mela is money, but the queen rules all, with one line that slayed that bitch back to Staten Island. You're just a diva in a woman's division. And I had to pull over.
The shade.
Oh, I was like,
umbrella.
Because Carmella was talking about, there is a difference between us. You wish you had my body. And I was like, have you seen Becky Lynch and Charlotte?
Yeah, that does not, that's not a good comeback.
And then she says,
I want to leave that to the women to talk about.
That's fine. Thank you for being respectful.
I want to sound like a neckbeard. Yeah, I want to sound like a neckbeard. But, oh my God, you see Becky? Oh my,
God.
I don't want to come off like that.
Well, here's the thing. Supposedly, and this is just like maybe some BS backstage bullshit, but supposedly Becky is not allowed to wear a 2-piece a la the rest of the women's division because she is so cut and she is so buff, which I don't doubt because she's got fucking delts for days. She has the best delts in wrestling. Like her shoulders make me nervous and give me all the body goals. You know what I mean? But supposedly she is not allowed to wear a 2-piece because she is too athletic and it would make the other women look bad. For the same reason that Naomi rarely wears a 2-piece as well, because she is also buff as fuck.
But okay, so Charlotte, she's ripped, but so they both look more masculine than Charlotte does? I don't understand.
No, I don't know if it's more masculine or if it's more defined, which if that's your definition of femininity is less defined and more curves, then sure, they might look more masculine. But to me, I see all different body types every single day at practice and at the gym. I think it's because the two of them are so athletic that it really would make other people look bad.
See, that's so stupid. That should just, like, for a sport that is about throwing people, you should have and show off your ripped, toned, unbelievably defined bod. I don't see why that's like shamed, but it's WWE, right? They're looking everywhere.
It's super bizarre. So I don't know if that's a real thing or if that's some just folklore bullshit. But it kind of makes sense because they make Naomi and Becky wear those like one-piece unitard kind of like zipper things, and they don't showcase their bodies. And it's not because they're not athletic as fuck, because both of them are like insanely athletic. But anyway, so it was the three of them in the ring, talkie. Paige interrupts and says, we're gonna give the people what they want. We're gonna give you guys a preview of Sunday, and each one of you are gonna do what you do best. So Carmella, go skedaddle and go sit down at the commentator's booth because all you do is talk. And Becky and Charlotte are gonna tag against, and then they bring out Mandy and Sonya Deville. And
Man, it was I enjoy watching Mandy.
Yeah, I enjoy watching them. Yeah.
Oh, I do too. But like the creepy, breathy like intro of Mandy.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that actually happened. I thought you were just doing that voice just to do it.
No, that's how like her intro now.
No, that's the thing.
Oh God, I need to actually watch SmackDown because that's just too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Anyway, but it was a decent match. You know, it was a cracker of a match, I guess. And it kind of Control Alt Delete of last week, where it was one of the two of T Generation X was the focal point, and this time it was Becky. So Becky ended up with the win, and Charlotte was like, I can help you out. And she's like, yeah, but you know what? On Sunday, it's every woman for herself. And Charlotte says to her, oh, I'm sorry, Flair and Lynch defeated Rose and Deville, but Lynch with the pin. So Beck says to Char, or Char says to Bex, may the best women win. And Becky just goes, oh, she will. Which it's interesting to see her have that much bravado with Charlotte because she's kind of has been a pushover. So is there going to be a heel turn in Becky Lynch on Sunday, or is it going to go back to Charlotte being a heel and Becky's just the sad sack that never was, when it sucks because she is everything. She is so good.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying that they don't give anything to Becky Lynch.
What do you guys think? I mean, here's the thing. We've seen Charlotte as a heel. I don't know. Like Charlotte's awesome as a heel, but Becky bores me as a face. I don't know.
But do you think it's because they have not given her anything to work with?
Yeah, I think it's because they rode her into a corner where she's just going to be loser's lunch every day. And, she was the first SmackDown Women's Live champion. And Carmella said the only reason why that was you is because Charlotte was on Raw. And Charlotte has held every title, and she's built for success. And, she's the whole package. And then here's her best pal, Becky Lynch, like, hey, guys, wait up for me, which sucks because Rebecca Quinn is such a fucking boss-ass beast. Like, she is such a good wrestler. She's great on the mic, but supposedly Kevin Dunn hates the Irish accent, so that's why he tries to give Finn and Becky as little mic time as possible. Just gross. So gross. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited for this Sunday. I'm not going to lie. So up next, we had the Bulge Brothers taking on the Triple Threat, which is like this 3-man tag team in a handicap match. They are the Insta Jobbers, and the match never even started. The Bludgeon Brothers just beat the shit out of them. It never actually even started. They just got destroyed, and then they died, and then they came back to life as spirits, and then they disintegrated after they died again. It was just so bad. And then, guess what, guys? Kofi Kingston's birthday. Hey!
Yes, Kofi. Yes.
Yes. Tyler Perry's The New Day. They took on Sanity, which did everyone else enjoy the new wardrobes still? Like, this is the new look for Killian Dane. He is now wearing a singlet a la Pete Dunne. So he looks like the Uber cruiserweight in his little onesie.
Vince hated the hair. He saw the hair. He's like, what the hell is that?
I'm not going to lie. I saw that very, very up close in San Antonio at TakeOver. I was sitting, me and Vinnie Mac, not of Vince McMahon fame, but my work bestie, who he and I are going to see SummerSlam this weekend with Kevin Nash, but that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, yes, that's right. I heard about that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were sitting there behind Noelle Foley and Frank the Clown.
Fuck Frank the Clown.
I swear to God, I will punch him right in his red nose.
Look, all right, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Val. That's something I wanted to talk about. I really wanted to go to Warrior Wrestling. I really wanted to do it. Like, I really wanted to go because I wanted to see the main event. But now that I see Frank the Clown and James Ellsworth is going against Dave Arquette and RJ City, I believe. Oh my God. I don't want to go now because I'm afraid that I'm going to jump the rail and beat up Frank the Clown.
So two things. I would recommend you rethink that because it's for charity. A lot of the money goes to that school to help underprivileged kids.
See, I didn't know that. Yeah, I just saw Frank the Clown and just turned red.
Right. And the other thing is he's actually really, really nice. And he's a dork, just like we are. He's a fucking mark, but he just I know. I understand. I understand your frustrations. He's a Sox fan. I get it. But you know what? He even said congrats on the World Series to me. So
well, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Well,
I'll think about it.
I understand a lot of people have a lot of feelings towards him, which means he's doing his job because he's supposed to be a heel. And people hate him.
Yeah,
but
okay.
He's a mark, just like the rest of us. He just happened to meet and fall for and have her fall for him. Wrestling legacy, royalty, whatever you want to call her. And she's really wonderful and nice as well. And they're just dorky, awesome.
Oh, yeah, she's wonderful.
She's absolutely wonderful. Like, Noelle Foley is such a fucking sweetheart. When people shit talk her, it makes me irate because she's so nice. And she would do anything to help raise money for a cause and raise awareness. She donates shit tons of her own money to charity. She gets like all the Funko Pops and donates them to charity. I mean, she's so sweet. She is such a wonderful woman.
Well, fuck Frank the Clown and fuck SmackDown. But I know you were in the middle of SmackDown. Fuck.
Okay. Man. So anyway,
she should donate Frank the Clown himself to the Haiti relief efforts and just let him get swept away.
Wow. So what I would tell you, Patrick, the part 2 of Nevermind, it's for charity. Spend your money on the Warrior 2 ticket on September 2nd, day after All In, which I'm going to that, so I hope to see you there.
Okay.
But if you really hate him so much, leave the building during the match and come back for the rest. Or turn around and have your middle finger pointed at the ring the entire time. Don't even pay any attention. Turn your back to them. That's the best way to do it because normally I would say don't spend your money, but the money goes to charity. So you don't want to fuck up these kids that like have
no, not. And the tickets are like they're priced like they're pretty much they're good prices. So
yeah. So buy a ticket, contribute to a good cause, watch all the other matches, and then turn your back to the ring the entire match and get everybody around you to do the same if that's how strong you feel about it. But don't not go for a good cause because I don't want to see David Arquette. Like, I'm more upset about David Arquette. But then again, I try to tell myself he's a wrestling mark too, and he really loves wrestling, and he better be fucking donating his pay to charity. That's all I'm saying.
What's the charity? Which one?
I forget off the top of my head exactly what the name of the school is, but it's like a private school, like a Catholic school out in the burbs. And I'm a fucking half Jew, full on heathen, so I don't give a shit about Jesus personally. Sorry, everybody's gonna hate me. That's cool. I'm into it. I'm used to it.
Hey, man,
so what if? So imagine this, right? Imagine this, right? You've got this, 5-year-old child that and you come from a rough background, so you don't really have money. He has one uniform that gets dirty very easily, and he's like the poorest kid in the class, right? And you find out about this great charity and this great wrestling show that's going to earn all this money, but you don't realize, nor does your child realize that he has one fear in his life, and that one crippling fear is the fear of clowns. And to the school, they're like, hey, we're going to have someone from this charity that's going to help you guys buy more uniforms and books and textbooks. And this freaking clown shows up, and the little kid pisses his pants.
Well, he would get new pants for free because of charity.
All right, you win.
Yeah, the charity.
You win.
Yeah.
You win, though. Pat, Frank the Clown is he's cool. He's cool now.
Also, Rey Mysterio Jr. is going to be there, man. Rey Mysterio freaking Jr.
Booyaka. I just hope he doesn't wrestle I just hope it's not the night before. But yeah, what else happened on SmackDown? I know we got like 2 or 3 matches left or some shit.
I stopped talking about SmackDown because I was thinking about charity. What else happened? Shit. Oh, okay. So Kofi Kingston and Tyler Perry's The New Day defeated Sanity. And then yeah. So up next you had Aiden English. Oh shit! Throughout the night they were doing these awesome video packages. It was like a 3-part series of Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. And the first one focused mainly on the NXT experience between the two of them because NXT wasn't what Danielle is super uber in love with. It used to kind of be like a reality game show bullshit kind of thing. And there was like rookies and pros that were paired up together, if we recall. The original format of NXT was similar to like a game show kind of concept. And Daniel Bryan was paired up with The Miz, even though The Miz only had 5 years wrestling experience. He himself, like the ultimate in reality TV vixens from the real world, revisits New York. And Daniel Bryan had been working like 10 years on the indie circuits in Japan when he went through NXT with The Miz as his pro. So that was like Headbutt City, USA. Then the second one talked all about the talking smack, where that was really what turned the corner for me personally with The Miz, was that just watching how brilliant and true and honest and just intense and hateful and mean his diatribe against Daniel Bryan was about how you're not even here, I'm here week after week, and you don't do anything. And it was when Daniel Bryan was trying to get cleared, like desperately trying, but he couldn't. So that bit was really cool. And then the next one was the current state of Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, and how The Miz has all these celebrity friends and this big, huge house and this wife. And that's not why Daniel Bryan is here. He's here because he loves wrestling. And so just showing all the 3 phases of their relationship, if you want to call it that, thus far. But those are really, really great. So even if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, I highly recommend catching those video packages, because WWE does one thing right, and it is their video packages. They were fucking great. But Aiden English came out and he tried to sing a song about how he wanted to make things right by Rusev Day and Lana, and so he took on Andrade Cien Almas, and it was like 1, 2, 3 squash mash boom, which I forget what the finish was that Andrade used, but it was the same exact one. It was shit. I can't think right now. It was a DDT, but I can't remember specifically which one. Like a tornado DDT, I think.
I think it was called I think it was called the burrito plex.
Oh no!
So
that's so
un-Mexican. I can say that.
Racist.
I don't think it was a pinto plex. I think it was something else. It was interesting to me because it was the same exact way that Andrade Cien Almas had defeated Rusev Day, like 3 weeks prior. And then 2 weeks ago, Lana got fucked. And then this week, Aiden English lost immediately. And so, of course, Zelina and Andrade, they called out Rusev Day saying, we don't celebrate useless holidays. And this Sunday, the only thing you need to know, it is the end of Rusev Day. And it was great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was great, though, because out comes Rusev, of course, like shit talking right back. And, you know, Zelina was like, I'm going to prove that Lana is the fraud, that she is garbage, she is useless. And instead, the whole crowd started chanting because Rusev was like, no, Rusev Day. And also, you will find out why Lana is the best, Lana #1. And the whole audience started doing it, which is kind of cool. And it was a really good, intense stare down for this mixed tag that we're going to see on Sunday. Jeff Hardy, wow, his sleeves were like the fruit stripe gum. All I could think of was, yikes, stripes, fruit stripes gum. And I got so distracted, and then I went, oh my God, Shelton Benjamin is still a thing.
Oh my God, I forgot about him.
And he's such a babe, and he's such a badass. Like, oh, Shelton Benjamin. But it was just such a bummer to watch the Fruit Stripes gum guy beat the shit out of Shelton Benjamin. I was bummed. So yeah, Hardy defeated Benjamin. Whatever, get fucked. Throughout the night, Samoa Joe got stopped by Paige and said, I need you to be professional. And Joe was like, this is the professional that I am, and this is what you're going to get. Shit got heated and weird between him and AJ at the end. Letters from AJ's wife was involved, and it's just there's an angry flat earther with gorgeous hair that's pissed off at a big dude that's surly from Long Beach with stupid hair. I don't know. I'm into it. I cannot wait for this match. I really hope they don't bullshit us and ruin this like meeting of the mountains in my mind as they did with Shinsuke and AJ, because that was fucking piss garbage. That whole series was too long and garbage. And I pray to the wrestling gods, I don't know where they are, but please, please, please don't let anything happen to Bret the Hitman Hart, because he's the only one left from the Hart Foundation. And please, please, please don't let this fucking match suck between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. And there's your SmackDown Live.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I damn near fell asleep as you were reading.
Thank you, Val. Thank you, Val. You know what? As always, SmackDown seemed like the better show.
You know, yeah. What did they say? Like, you took one for the team. And was there another phrase that for thank you for sitting through the show and commentating on it?
I do that every single week for you guys. I just want you to know how important you are to me.
What happened?
We appreciate it. Trust me.
Well, did anybody watch 205 live?
No.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I did.
You sound super excited to tell us all about it.
Give us a 205 millisecond review.
Who the fuck is Fred
and Gentleman Jack? That's it. I mean, really, seriously, really, this 205 it didn't do anything for me. I know, they're trying to build up Cedric Alexander.
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Cedric, surprise.
No, what's his name?
Cosby.
Bill Cosby Alexander?
Cosby Alexander, thank you.
Cosby Alexander. Yeah,
actually, Pat, hold on. And you have to be old to get this.
I'm old. Oh, yes. This is the Cosby theme, I think, like season 5 or whatever.
I was just 5 or 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
so that should be his new freaking thing. What was the original? Hold on. Season 2 opening
was probably the funky one.
Yeah.
Just imagine Cosby Alexander coming out of this. And he raises his hands and goes, surprise! Surprise! Oh, God. Surprise! Surprise!
Hey, Ben!
This is too much. I can't handle this.
But really, it was nothing worthy of 205. Like nothing that made me, I'm gonna watch this Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak match. Don't really give a damn about it. If it's not Cosby Alexander, you're right. If it's not Mustafa Ali, or Buddy Murphy, I don't care or even Tozawa or Hideo Itami. If it's not those 4, I don't care. Or Leo Rush, he's okay too. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Brock. Brock show up to 205 live. Fuck it.
I'm telling you, Braun Strowman should show up on 205 live and say, I'm going to cash in my Money in the Bank briefcase against Cosby Alexander, and then no one will be able to dethrone him until Neville comes back, and he's the guy that beats Braun Strowman. I'm going to say it every week until it happens!
Did you see Triple H was talking about Neville?
Yeah, he did.
I just have to throw it out there that Mr. Black Market Ivan has been talking about
drugs and being on them.
Ellsworth, like ever since he was not on camera anymore. Yeah. And he was like, he's gonna come back, and his fucking ass came back. So he puts it out in the universe, and who knows? What if Braun Strowman just cash in his shit for
so he's gonna walk out and be like, one of these. He's like, I'm good. Hold on. How do you make his voice? Hold on.
One of these days, I'm gonna cash in my briefcase on 205 Live,
and I'm gonna run these little monsters. Didn't he call Alexa Bliss his little monster? What was it?
I mean, I thought he
something. I don't know.
I don't know. Ivan, can you talk about me? Can you just talk about me tag teaming with Charlotte in the new women's division? If you want to put shit out there in the first, can you make that a thing? Where me and Charlotte are
calm down, neckbeards.
So
the gangster queens or something like that, because I'm a Capone and she's a Flair, and we could be the gangster queens.
So Ronda wins the belt at SummerSlam, and she goes out there. She's like, everyone's talking about Brock Lesnar being a two-sport champion. Well, I've conquered MMA. I've conquered sports entertainment. There is no industry. There is no sport I haven't conquered. And all of a sudden, the entire Brew City Bruisers come out one by one, and it just happens that they're in Milwaukee. Everyone's like, what? And then freaking Val Capone rolls out and does and Ronda Rousey is on, like, comes down on the ramp. And what would you is there a name for, like, if you were like to throw an elbow? Is there like a name to that? Or
you're not going to throw an elbow because that'll get you a penalty.
What can you do that won't get you a penalty that would be an attack?
Well, generally when I like put my shoulder into somebody's sternum.
So you would do that. What would you call it? What would be your
I mean, it's like flapping, but that's something else that the neckbeards are probably thinking of.
Wow, it really is called that?
No, it's just what we call it. There's like a couple names for it, like a can opener kind of thing, like because you like stop real short in front of your opponent and put your chest into them and rip them in two, like a can opener.
So what would you call it? Like, what would if that was your finisher? Because that's like a pretty good. It's almost like a clothesline, but not. What would you call that?
My arm for it. You use your shoulder. I mean, you could call it the. I mean, I like to hit people repeatedly until they can't breathe, and I like to call that the Chicago typewriter.
There you go. Oh, well, because that was the gun, right? That was Al Capone's gun.
That was a Tommy gun. Thompson submachine gun was known as the Chicago typewriter.
I like that. That's nice.
There you go. So that's gonna happen. And,
I'm just gonna. So, but then does that mean I get to be Charlotte's tag team partner?
Well, when does the Charlotte aspect come into your putting it out into the universe segment?
Every single second it should, Ivan.
Well, this is what happens. You go out there, you give Ronda Rousey the typewriter. You're standing tall. Milwaukee's cheering. You know, they're chanting your name, and freaking Shayna Baszler's music hits, and she comes out and she starts brawling with you, and then Charlotte Flair comes out, and you guys stand tall.
My pants fall off, and it got weird.
Yes.
And then she
it didn't get weird. It got amazing.
And then she gives you a robe that says Capone on it. And then her dad comes out. Looking like freshly waxed leather with crooked teeth. And then Dana White comes out. Speaking of UFC, Dana White comes out, beats up Ric Flair. Then your dad comes out, beats up Dana White, and then we go to commercial break.
No, then it's a picture-in-picture commercial break of my dad's, being the most badass 70-year-old alive.
And he's like, and you see him, and they have one of those like Gonzo camera shots where they're like up in their face, and your dad's holding Dana White, and he's yelling in his face. He's like, I've met guys like you before. Let me tell you a story about oh God, what's his name? It's ruining my joke. Let me tell you a story about Rob Halford, and then it goes to commercial break, and they're like, we had to edit that part of the show.
Hellbent for leather.
Yeah, so I think that's what would happen. So, guys, we have 35 minutes left, and we have NXT, SummerSlam, and TakeOver Dallas or Brooklyn or whatever.
Dallas,
whatever. I don't care.
Wow.
Whatever. New York sucks, anyways. So then next we got NXT. Danielle, hit us with some NXT.
Okay, I'm gonna rapid fire so we can fucking get through this mess.
Wait, NXT was not good?
No, it was amazing, but we just have so much to cover. And
I see a 4-letter word in there somewhere.
There's a lot of 4-letter words.
Oh, cunt.
Well, it's similar to
that.
Okay, Danielle, go ahead.
Profanity in the notes. So let's see.
Go ahead.
Lacey.
Let's see. Oh, that's some Freudian slip right there.
Now, Pat, we both are Chicago public school kids, but lazy is not a 4-letter word.
Oh, Lacey, as in Evans.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. All right. This is when the show derails and I have to keep pulling us back.
Izzy.
So let's just I'm just gonna go right through this. So they start off the show with Alistair spilled all over the pavement and the Undisputed Era jumping in a car and taking off, and everybody's like, what happened? And then it cuts into a promo about TakeOver, because this whole night was about promos. So there's a Gargano and Ciampa promo about Brooklyn. So they finally get into Full Sail and they start panning around the audience. It's been the same audience for the past 3 weeks, and I have to see Izzy's bitch ass child face.
Oh, come on.
In the
She's
front
only like 11.
row,
She's a kid.
fucking taking over my whole scenic view of the ring, because all I see is a dumbass girl. And mind you,
Bailey's on the main roster. Why is she still at NXT? The girl she's copying is not at NXT anymore.
I know.
She has to either dress like
this
child,
but we
get the hell out of here.
We have to talk about the most important part of the crowd. Okay, there is
Grandma?
a grandma that has been in the back corner, right by the ramp, and every time the camera pans the audience, they show this poor old Gam sitting in the corner in the back of the arena while Izzy's bitch ass face is in the front row. I just
call her a Gam.
That is an Arrested Development quote. I guess that's very abstract comment. She's an old lady. She's just grandma. But
someone wanted to buy their Gam a front row seat, and guess what? It was sold out. Because Izzy took that.
Because that fucking bitch.
Not to confuse sold out.
I just hate this kid, man.
So
I want to slap her and her ponytail off her head.
The of Izzy is the Flama Blancas and the Flama Blancas only.
Slap the ponytail to the other side of her head.
Okay. So besides me being annoyed about Gam being put in the back of the arena, we started the night off with Street Profits defeating the Mighty, and it was kind of like a sketchy pin because someone, I don't remember who was who in the match.
Oh, because they're both black?
No, I'm talking about everybody.
Wow.
I know. The whites all look the same, and then everybody else looks the same. I'm not going any farther than that.
That's why we have Black Planet.
Oh, so my God. But I just didn't really care. Who cares? It's just a filler match.
Oh, why? Because they're black?
Oh
my God, my gosh.
Pat, I'm not. This is Black Market Ivan's putting
words
in my mouth.
Silence is agreement.
Oh my gosh, Patrick. Don't hate me. I don't mean it. Okay.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, I feel the guilt through the radio waves. So we follow this match that was just forgettable by the Undisputed Era having a shit-talking promo, of course, because, that's all they're about, and I love it. With that said, they show a little clip of Babesler talking to Aaliyah and giving her pointers of what she should do in the match when she faces Kairi Sane. And then we follow up with that match. And Kairi Sane just fucking badass, man. She kept doing her elbow drops. I don't remember the name of the move, but
the Pirate's elbow.
Is it the Pirate's elbow?
I don't know. It should be.
It's something like that. It's some reference to her gimmick situation, but she keeps elbow dropping her to while looking at Babesler on commentary. So
yeah, I could look at Babesler all day.
Yeah, she was just driving home a message, and you know what? I enjoyed it. It was a good match. I look forward to TakeOver. With this go home match, I'm excited to watch what happens with them. And then we follow up with, to me, my favorite part of NXT, which was Velveteen DREAM, Sexy Fanny Pack, man who, because he came out in the most eloquent outfit, and he delivered an amazing promo. And EC3's decided to come out, and he also gave a nice little quote, and he's like, he literally on the mic goes, "Oh, and is this why doves cry?" So it was heavenly. A Prince reference. I love EC3's fanny pack, or EC3's fanny pack. Oh my God, Velveteen Dreams fanny pack, and EC3's just sexiness and their banter and their chemistry. It was a great promo, and then they fought it out, and I guess we'll see what happens on Saturday. But loved it. And then I think I'm just gonna skip over this note because they were showing some stupid ass backstage fake documentary of who could have beat up Aleister Black when we all know what the fuck happened to him. So we're just gonna skip over that. Followed by another Gargano Ciampa promo, and they finish off NXT with phenomenal match because these two guys just put out all of their energy into everything they do, with Tyler Bate and the thick boy of the week, of every week in my life, Trent Seven, defeating Roddy Strong, and he was accompanied by Kyle O'Reilly. And again, 5-star match. These guys, they sell each other's moves. Everything about the match was phenomenal. The moves, I can't even describe it. I don't have the words because I'm not that smart, and I don't know. I'm a Mark that's just starting to I'm just a fangirl / Mark. I'm in the halfway point of the scale of fandom.
Like on a Meltzer Peyton Royce scale, how many Peyton Royces are you?
Ooh, I don't even know how I want to even answer that. Okay. But great going home broadcast of NXT. Way better, obviously, than what I've heard from Raw and SmackDown. If anybody watches anything from the NXT from WWE shows this week, it should be NXT. And I'm gonna just lead us all into this unbelievably hour absorbing wrestling weekend we all have ahead of us.
Wait, and hold that thought, Val. What you were gonna say?
I was going to say, this was actually, I feel like, while it was frustrating, because sometimes I'm like, I just wasted 5 hours of my life, not counting 205 Live, not counting NXT, but just on the Monday Tuesday situation. And this was actually some of the best go-home Raw and SmackDown I feel like we've seen in a while.
So this week overall on a star rating, I give it a 3.54 star week then.
Good.
Would you give it a discounted action figure set of the Ascension with Connor in an arm sling? Would you give that?
Oh,
yeah, who the fuck is gonna buy that? I would buy a fucking Ascension.
No, oh even if it was at the free pile at Goodwill, I would not buy it.
Well, I was just looking at my favorite website, www.shop.com, because I was hoping that there was a Velveteen Dream fanny pack, and so I Googled fanny pack, nothing came up. Then I searched pack, and that was one of the options that came up, and I was like, oh, this is terrible.
They're just giving shit away now.
Hey, Velveteen Dream fanny pack was pretty fly. I mean, the guy rocks it out. I love it.
They still don't have the What Would Elias Do bracelets on the website, which Renee talked about it and Elias talked about it on Raw, and they still don't have it. I'm just like, what the fuck? But Elias is also doing a concert this weekend, so who knows?
Well, I don't know, but if we roll into
you do have $4.99. Wow, they just released
Saturday. Oh my goodness gracious, that's pretty amazing that it just popped up. But okay. Let's talk about TakeOver Brooklyn. Predictions, guys. What do you think? Let's go. I'm going to go down the list of the matches. And then let's weigh in. But let's just, we'll quick fire it because why?
Yeah, fuck it, Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Velveteen Dream and EC3.
What kind of match is it?
I don't think there's any stipulations with it.
It looks like the third eye pulls.
Oh my god! I was looking at my notes, not the other Google Doc notes, which is, it's been corrected to say EC3 versus Velveteen Dream in a third eye poolside experience match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Velveteen Dream on that one. Well, there is a third eye if you really like. If you stretch the skin.
Oh, what the hell?
Hey,
I didn't even expect that.
That's scheduled for after dark.
Hey, I didn't write that wasn't in my original notes. That's from notes.
But I don't want to talk about stretching skin.
Oh my goodness gracious!
All right, what's next?
I say Velveteen Dream. What do you guys think?
EC3. EC3 still needs the steam, but I want Velveteen to win.
EC3 is going to win.
What do you think, Val? Who do you think's going to take it?
I want Velveteen to win because I think he needs a big match win, but I don't think that I think that they're going to try to fast track EC3 to the main versus Velveteen Dream, which won't translate very well on the main roster. Yeah. Although I think that anybody that buys an Undertaker's Tattoo Shop retro t-shirt for $8.99 off of WWEshop.com, they might be the winner because the back of it will tell everybody, I got mine in hell.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I thought I was going to say something like rest in piss. Okay, whatever.
It should, though. It's a Taker's Tattoo Shop in Death Valley. I got mine in hell.
Interesting.
Wow.
$8.99. Watch out. You might be getting an early Christmas present from yours truly.
What's the next match?
Okay. I'm going to turn into a crop top.
I'm going to pitch Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain for the tag team belts. I don't know. I'm right down the middle, man. This is like the Tongans versus the Bucks. But mainly because I'm just biased to Thick Boy Trent Seven. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna still go Undisputed.
Yeah, Undisputed for me too.
I think Undisputed.
I think they don't want to play, hot potato with the belts on NXT, so I think Undisputed will win.
All right.
And also your Thick Boy has had injury prone, and they've been playing that up a lot, so I don't think he's just going to miraculously cover and beat up my new obsession, Kyle O'Reilly. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, as long as Thick Boy Trent has more screen time, I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. So whatever happens.
I thought you were going to say a wardrobe malfunction.
Okay, I mean, I accept that.
But nobody wants to see no silly putty.
That's some delicious.
Oh my god! What's the next match?
Understand? Well, if we keep going down the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole versus Ricochet for the first time. No, well, is it technically the first time? I don't think so. I think he did a squash match for the belt right when he won it. But it's for the North American Championship. This is the first headlining belt title feud. Mm. I think he's going to retain. I think Adam Cole is going to keep it.
Yep, Adam Cole keeps it.
Agreed.
Man, I don't know. I think they want to keep Undisputed's presence, powerful presence, but I think he'll keep it. I think he'll keep it.
Shayna Baszler.
Yes, winner of life.
Versus Kairi Sane. You know what? Okay, I was backing Baszler also. But watching this go-home match between Kairi and Aaliyah's cattiness, whatever the fuck she wants to go by. I don't know. I think it'll be an interesting match to watch again because this will be a throwback to the Mae Young Classic situation. So, I mean, it's up in the air for me. It's 50-50.
And by the way, whoever's diddling their microphone is making a lot of noise. But yeah,
we're talking about Shayna and Kairi, right?
Yeah.
I want to go with Baszler. I think she's gonna keep it.
No.
I think she's gonna keep it.
Val's all about Baszler.
I think I could see Shayna losing and then showing up on SummerSlam to help Rousey win. Not that she needs the help.
I don't think so. I think that they want to give Ronda the strength on her own, and I think Jessamine Juke and Marina Schaefer like percolating in the training center is not. They're not going to want Babesler to leave straight away because that's going to be like a faction of not quite the four horsewomen of the UFC, but that's going to be like I think a killer faction of boss ass bitches of Shayna Baszler, Marina Schaefer, and Jessamine Juke. Like, I don't think that they're going to let her go up quite yet. I mean, I would love to be wrong because if I get to see her twice in one weekend, I'm into it. But I don't think that they're going to have her ascend quite yet.
Good point. Good point.
What do you think?
I mean, that's my thought, but that's a good point now that they probably won't do that. But I'll throw it out there. I'll say I think Shayna will. I agree that it's too early, but I think she'll lose and show up on SummerSlam. It's a long shot. But
well,
I
mean,
like,
she did.
I
think it's gonna be more kind of like Eddie Guerrero, Chris. We can't say his name. Like when they celebrated at Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay. Like she keeps her belt and shows
WrestleMania.
Up. WrestleMania. Yeah.
So I say like a celebration thing.
That'd be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I also feel that if Shayna Baszler like retains and she does go up and do the whole little celebrate, I think it'd be kind of cool to see at Survivor Series, which is not until like the middle of November. That would kind of be when Baszler would appear along with the other two horsewomen, and boy, wouldn't that be a fucking sick ass Survivor Series match? Horsewoman.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm down. Well, okay. I think we all know. At least I think we're all gonna pick the same person, but Ciampa versus Gargano. Ciampa all the way. He's got to retain. He's the best heel they have in the fucking company. What?
I'm going Gargano.
Here's the thing, Patrick. I don't want to like point out that you're wrong, but like Tommaso Ciampa is his name, so Ciampa is his game. Like he's gonna remain the NXT champion.
I don't think they would let him lose the belt this fast when he's doing so amazing and people are they're getting outside fans to watch because he's the best heel they have going since the 90s, the 2000s, like where he's honoring the definition of what a heel is without cursing.
Ciampa is daddy.
He is daddy. I like it.
I have no sympathy. I love Johnny Gargano. I love Candice LeRae. I have zero sympathy for Gargano in this storyline. Like I don't sympathize. Like they haven't made me like teasing. I don't look at him as an underdog. I look at him as someone who can't let this feud go. Like I think the storyline. I'm not like after Takeover Chicago. Obviously, when they broke up, of course, But now I'm just like Gargano. Like needs to just go away. Like it's girl. Just, yeah, So yeah, I hope and think Ciampa will win. Okay, guys, we got 15 minutes to go over all of SummerSlam. Thank you, Danielle, for the NXT recap. So this is what we're gonna do really fast.
Charlotte wins everything.
My phone decided to go to sleep like forever.
We're probably gonna go to sleep for this anyway.
I've never been happier to actually be working my full shift on Sunday.
So for some reason on the kickoff show, you have someone that they almost looked like they were trying to push, but I guess they're not trying to push him. The B team is on the kickoff show, and they're defending their belt against the Revival. Have they not had a freaking weeks-long tournament to decide who the number one contender is going to be, and it's going to be on the kickoff show?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes me sick. I'm going to just go through the matches, and then afterwards you guys could weigh in on anything you care about, because most of these, man. Then Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega on the pre-show. Why? I don't know, but if they break up Rusev Day, if they make Aiden English screw them, like lose the match for them again, I'm going to be very sad. And then Cosby Alexander, the current Cruiserweight champion, versus Drew Gulak for the aforementioned belt.
Gulak.
Yeah. I mean, they must take the belt off Alexander for all the negative publicity. Even if he apologizes, they must do it. I'm not necessarily saying I want that to happen, but I'm sure that they're going to do that. Then on the quote-unquote real show, the Bulge Brothers, the current SmackDown champions, versus Tyler Perry's The New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Elias states he will perform his greatest song ever. I don't know what that means. Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin. Who cares? Shinsuke Nakamura, the current U.S. champion, versus Jeff Hardy for the belt. I hope they just keep the belt on Shinsuke. I like Jeff Hardy as champion, but I am not a fan of belts bouncing back and forth within 30 days. So let's hope Nakamura keeps it for a little bit, keeps this feud going. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Even though this match has been hyped for over a year, I think that since Daniel Bryan has come back, they have not put any value into him at all. They've had him just in stupid feuds. So the steam has, slowed down. But I think it'll be a great match if they let Daniel Bryan do his thing. Then Carmella versus the Queen, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship in a triple threat. I've made it very clear I hate triple threat matches. Becky Lynch should win this, but Charlotte's in there. So the only way this can work is if Becky pins Carmella. Therefore, Charlotte doesn't technically lose, and Becky Lynch gets her belt. Next, Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. In their corners, respectively, are Drew McIntyre and Quadruple H, Dean Ambrose, for the Intercontinental belt. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank briefcase is on the line. Of course, he's going to retain it so he can go on to 205 Live and cash in. Then you've got Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. I hope Alexa keeps it because, I like consistency in belts, but I can't imagine that without any interruption that Ronda Rousey will lose. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Impact Wrestling rematch. This is going to be great once again, as long as they let them do their thing. And finally, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, episode 9,000 for the Universal Championship. They have mentioned that Brock Lesnar has a meeting set up for several hours before SummerSlam starts, I guess Sunday morning, to discuss his contract negotiations. So either Brock will lose and we will know he did not sign a new contract, or he will win and we'll know that he signed a new contract. I don't care either way. So, Pat, let's start with you. Which matches do you feel strongly about, and what do you feel about them?
I'm gonna go Ziggler and Seth Rollins and AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Those are really the only two matches I want to see. If I can do just a quick, prediction, real quick, I'll just say B team will keep the belt. Almas and Vega will win. Gulak will win the Cruiserweight Championship. I think Elias will give a 5-star performance. I think New Day wins the tag belts. I think Corbin wins against Balor. I believe Nakamura will beat Hardy. Miz beats Daniel Bryan. I think Becky is going to win the Women's Championship. I think Ziggler is going to keep the Intercontinental title. I think Braun is going to keep the Money in the Bank. Ronda Rousey obviously is going to win the Raw. Like I said, it's a big 4. It's going to be a big moment. You don't have a Flow Rider song as your theme for nothing. You got to go all out in the theme. Samoa Joe's going to win the WWE Championship, and I believe Brock will retain the Universal Championship.
Oh, wow.
Right. And kind of be a swerve. I think they'll probably make him drop it on Monday. Let's say if he doesn't resign.
Wow. Jeez.
So, all right, that's what I think.
That's a very interesting. That's okay. Val, what about you? You can. I like what Pat did. Start from the bottom, and what are your predictions?
I mean, I basically think that Pat read my diary.
Oh man, hey. Ooh, I know all the good juicy stuff. Neckbeards.
Neckbeard Master Chief 2007 says in the chat, what's on page 8 of Val's diary?
Dear diary, tonight I thought about Charlotte again.
Wait a minute. We gotta pay for that. Our Patreon is coming soon.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for that type of shit.
Is that one of the perks? Oh Jesus fuck. No,
Yes.
I of course I always want Charlotte to win, but I think that they've been pushing that Becky is in her shadow so much that Becky will probably win, but I'm totally okay with being wrong and Charlotte wins. I don't think that Mella is gonna stay with the women's title. However, I might be wrong because all three of them have a different month in the 2019 calendar of women's wrestlers. So who knows? It's hard to decide based on merch alone. Nia Jax also has a page. Where's she at lately, guys? What's up with that? And Liv Morgan is the month of December. Weird. But I think Ronda Rousey is going to win. I think Braun Strowman's going to cash in on Drew Gulak and take his belt.
Yes.
Yes.
I really want to see that happen now.
Yes, right?
I basically everything that Pat said, I don't disagree with a single thing that he said, except for I want Charlotte to win, but I think Becky will win. And also, Alicia Fox is featured in the calendar, which makes me really happy because that means that they give a fuck about her. So is Lana, Naomi.
Whose picture is the best?
Well, I mean, Charlotte, but also Asuka's is really great, and she's the featured person on the back of the calendar. Like they show Sasha in January, which pisses me off. Thanks for ruining my birthday month. Whoa, what did I just say?
Oh, hey. Birthday munch?
Munch.
Ooh, Asuka is
like a movie.
Asuka is the month of May. Lana's June. July is Ronda. Fucking Mella's. What's that? What's the next month? August. September is Charlotte. Yeah. They really have faith in the fucking Shield, by the way, because in the all superstars calendar, it's Roman, Seth, Dean H. Bros, and then Bailey, AJ. By the way, the Undertaker's still alive. Clandy Orton, Sasha, you can see him, Cena. The Demon King, the Hardys, which is another reason why I don't think Matt's retiring. They have a lot of new merch. Ronda, and then Tyler Perry presents the month of December with the New Day. So.
Okay, so you think Becky will win? What about the other upper card matches as well?
No, I really like everything that Patrick said is pretty much how I feel. So
nice. All right,
I also think it's bullshit. $27.99 for the Undertaker I Respect Americana T-shirt. Check that out. It's garbage.
That does sound like garbage.
That doesn't even make sense. All right, Danielle, start from bottom. What you got?
Well, I'm not even. I don't really care. I'm gonna say about the things I do have interest in. How about that?
Hit us.
The Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman match, and I'm rooting for Kevin Owens because that guy is he's comedy gold.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry to interrupt, Danielle. Imagine if Kevin Owens wins and Brock Lesnar retains his belt and Kevin Owens comes out and
I know. Okay, so this is it. You know, I'm gonna skip all my my predictions for what I wish would happen. Is Kevin Owens wins, Roman Reigns wins the belt, and just out of spite, Kevin Owens comes out and fucking wins the championship.
He will get, he would get a bigger pop than CM Punk in Chicago.
Oh, completely. I would be so ecstatic. That's in a dream. I mean, who knows? It may happen because we know WWE enjoys Kevin Owens. They give him plenty of mic and airtime. So it could happen. And how much of a good fuck you would that be to people like us who just don't really care about this Roman Reigns character?
No one does.
But if he wins and everybody and the whole the whole WWE universe is like, finally, we're done with this stupid storyline, and then KO comes out and steals that shit, that would make my night. That would make it worth watching even part of the show.
Well, with that said, thank you, Danielle. I think SummerSlam. I think it's gonna be like I forgot what pay-per-view there was. Maybe it was last year's SummerSlam where I was like, man, this is taking forever and there's not that much good content, but I have to watch the whole thing anyways.
Oh, so, WrestleMania.
I think, yeah, maybe it was WrestleMania.
Oh, you mean every week of Monday Night Raw? Okay.
But
y'all don't even watch that show. Pat and I do, so shush.
That's true.
So true.
I get bored during the freaking WrestleZone or
What Culture
10-minute recap. So anyways, I think SummerSlam will be fun. Takeover will be fun. Next week we will hit you guys with the results. But Val, I know we're running short on time. What's going on in Chicago this weekend in terms of indie wrestling or just all wrestling in Chicago?
So there's not a ton going on this weekend because I think everybody's trying to avoid SummerSlam weekend. There's nothing in Chicago. There's a few things outside of Chicago. But if you want to watch SummerSlam with Kevin Nash, his official Chicago SummerSlam viewing party is at Duffy's Bar and Grill at 420 West Diversey, Chicago, Illinois, 60614. Starts at 4 p.m. They have food, they have drinks. WrestleZone and Duffy's Bar and Grill Chicago present. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be there with my work best, Stephen E. Mack. He and I are going to mark out together. Tickets are like kind of expensive, but if you want to meet a legend, then it's worth it, or whatever, or not. If you don't want to pay to watch, if you're over the old school days of watching pay-per-views and everybody chipping in and spending $50 on a pay-per-view, if you don't want to do that, there's another alternative, Rocks in North Center. There's like a couple different Rocks locations, but Rocks North Center is going to be viewing SummerSlam as well. It's on Lincoln Avenue, on the north side of Chicago, and that's free. They just play it. They want people to get into it. I also heard that the Greystone Tavern, which is directly next door to my beloved Nisei Lounge on Sheffield at Newport in Chicago, they also often play pay-per-views. So I would recommend if you're not feeling spending money to hang out with Kevin Nash and be too sweet, and you don't want to go that far north, and you're like, I'll just drive off a Lakeshore Drive right here to where Nisei is. Oh wait, right next door at the Greystone, they most likely will be playing SummerSlam. So that's just my little recap for the week. There's a bunch of different places in Chicago to watch SummerSlam with friends, or make new friends, or come say hi to me and be my friend. Yeah. So I'll be at Duffy's because that's where Vinnie Mac wants to watch it. So we were going to go to SummerSlam because we have the day off in between the two Pearl Jam shows. We were just going to go for the day, but it just seems ridiculous that we should save our money towards other pay-per-views. So yeah.
Nice. Oh, great. Thanks. I didn't know the details on that, the Kevin Nash thing. So that's fun. Well, man, that's great. I can't wait to talk about the results next week and see what belts changed hands and any debuts or call-ups. But yeah, guys, other than that, episode 26 in the books. Thank you all. And Pat, man, take us home.
Take us home. I haven't hung up yet. That's the start. Yeah. Shit. Thanks everyone for listening to our clusterfuck. You can find me on Twitter at _Patrick Pryor because some shithead Jack just purged like 300,000 accounts. It's crazy because all the Nazis are still there, but Patrick Pryor hasn't been blocked. The original one, I just don't get it. I guess you know what? I'm just gonna give up. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, you can follow me at _Patrick Pryor, IG Patrick.Pryor. Fuck Dave Meltzer and fuck his 35-minute apology to Peyton Royce today. Also, shame on you fucking WWE superstars that had all that shit to talk about Dave Meltzer but didn't say shit about Hulk Hogan. And Randy Orton, man, you got to keep your apex predator in your pants, man. You're gonna get in trouble, buddy.
Never,
and
ever.
Yeah, I'm never shaking Randy Orton's hand. I'm like, hey, did you disinfect that, buddy? Yeah, yeah, that's all I got. That's that's about it. Nothing from me. I'm about to go smoke weed and eat my smart food popcorn.
Smart food. That's a throwback. That was like the first luxury popcorn. Wow. There he goes. There he goes. He hung up.
Oh,
But thank you, Val. Thank you, Flama Blanca. We'll see you guys next week, and we'll have some juicy stuff to talk about. Hopefully, some interesting stuff happens this weekend. But
I'm gonna go sing karaoke now.
what's your go-to song?
I don't want to say it because neckbeards. Divinals, I touch myself.
I knew. Okay, wow, yeah, neckbeards. Patreon,
okay.
Top tier.
Maybe I'll just do like "Kiss Me Deadly." How about that?
That's good. That's better. So represent Lita Ford and for us, and we will see you guys all in 7 days for episode 27 on. I thought it was going to be on August 27th, but the numbers don't line up that nicely. So we'll see you guys on August 23rd for episode 27. Have a wonderful and enchanting evening. Goodbye.